day everyone, I am Silangan Angelica and now I'm going to discuss the evaluation and lesson planning. These are the objectives. First, define what evaluation is. Second, identify some types of evaluation. And lastly, provide actual example of evaluation. And now let's proceed to the first objectives, which is the define what evaluation is. So, evaluation or assessment method measures whether your students learned a lesson's information and met your lesson objectives. So in this part, we call this evaluation or assessment for the students para malaman natin na may natutunan ba sila sa ating mga tinuro sa classroom within 1 hour lesson every day. Take note that evaluation and assessment have a little differences. So we have 4 types of assessment. So what are they? So we have summative assessment or evaluation. The meaning of this is the goal of summative assessment is to evaluate student learning at the end of an instructional unit by comparing it against some standards or benchmark. Summative assessment are often highly stakes, which means that they have a high point value. So, kalimitan na nangyayari yung summative assessment kapag natapos na yung isang quarter or this is the exam in college like midterm and final exam. So, in high school, we have the first quarter exam. So this is we call the summative assessment. Second types of assessment or evaluation, we have formative assessment, or the meaning of this is a planned ongoing process used by all students and teachers during learning and teaching to elicit and use evidence of student learning to improve student understanding of intended disciplinary learning outcomes and students to become self-directed learners. So this is what teachers do in 1 hour lesson every day. If they teach to us, they give us quizzes, recitation, and after 1 hour lesson. So this is we call formative assessment. Next, the third types of assessment is diagnostic assessment. So the meaning of this is a diagnostic assessment is a form of pre-assessment where teachers can evaluate students' strengths, weaknesses, knowledge, and skill before their instructions. A diagnostic assessment refers to the assignment written at the beginning and end of. So this is what teachers do to diagnose the student's strength and weaknesses. Mangyayari ito bago ibigay ng mga teachers ang instruction to us or learning or content para malaman ng mga teachers kung saan papasok at kung ano ang ituturo nila o ano ba ang alam natin o ang hindi alam natin sa kanilang tinuturo na list. The last types of assessment are the fourth types, which is the performance-based assessment. So the meaning of this is, in general, a performance-based assessment measures students' ability to apply the skills and knowledge learned from a unit or units of study. Typically, the task challenges students to use their higher order thinking skills to create a product of evaluation process. So this is the practicum or ito yung ginagawa natin pagkatapos ng isang semester ng ating mga subjects. Kapag performance-based naman, we can do it in 1 hour lessons. For example, composing few sentences conducting laboratory investigation, and creating a portfolio. So this is the performance-based assessment from the word That's all the 4 types of assessment or evaluation. But they have lots of evaluation that we can use in different institutions or people. So as future educator, we should use these 4 types of assessment or evaluation, which is the summative, formative, diagnostic, and performance. So, as future educator, kalimitan na gagamitin natin ay formative assessment. Uulitin ko lang, itong formative assessment na ito ay ginagawa after 1 hour lessons para i-measure kung naiintindihan ba ng ating mga estudyante sa loob ng 1 hour lesson. So, hindi natin maiiwasan na i-test tayo sa ating mga gurus. Define first the word test. A test is a series of questions or problems that is used to determine a person's ability or understanding of something. More generally, test refers to a trial experiment or examinations that is designed to determine the qualities or characteristic of someone or something. So, ang ibig sabihin, ang test na ito, yung tool para malaman natin at ma-evaluate natin yung mga students kung natuto ba sila sa mga lessons na tinuro natin o hindi. So, as future educators, we have a form of test that we use so that we can measure the intelligence or learning to our students para malaman natin sa loob ng 1 hour lesson na may nakukuha ba sila o natututunan. This is the test that we use, like first, multiple choice na kung saan may pagpipilian yung mga students, and we have second, true or false. So, dalawa lang yung pagpipilian, 50-50% chance. Third, matching type, and fourth, fill in the blanks, and lastly, essay. And one more thing to remember, they have lots of form of assessment to determine if natuto ba yung mga students.